I've been doing a lot of thinking, which I always do anyway, reading what detractors have to say. And I decided, it's really fairly simple. What these people on our side, quote unquote, have been arguing is that conservatism cannot spread beyond certain areas. And we shouldn't even try. Surrender the Northeast. Surrender New England. Surrender the far Northwest. Surrender California and a bunch of other places to the left of either party. And just hope you get enough Republicans elected from somewhere else to control some committee or another from where you can control the pork or tweak around the edges of this massive government. The Democrats never think this way. They're always all in. They don't take no for an answer. They believe they can win anywhere. And if they don't, they try to corrupt the system by changing the election laws, the voting laws, immigration laws, to create chaos or to install a widely unfair system that controls the end result as much as possible. While we're debating over Delaware, they are spreading like locusts over the bureaucracy and the judiciary as I speak, grabbing the shadow government, installing hundreds of thousands of ideologues to unleash thousands of regulations and rulings against you and me. While we're debating Christine O'Donnell's income, they are unleashing cap and trade at the EPA, expanding Obamacare at HHS, granting backdoor amnesty at Homeland Security, plotting at the FCC to control talk radio, and on and on and on. And we're distracted. Distracted by the backbenchers, the backstabbers, the phony masterminds. The left never loses sight of its objectives. While we conservatives are constantly fending off the quislings who insist that we cannot win elections in blue states or even light blue states, despite the fact that the most conservative president in 100 years or more won most of the blue states and light blue states in 2 massive landslides, so they ignore history and evidence and reject conservatism all at the same time. Despite all that, what do they want us to do? Pander and surrender. Pander and surrender. Now look, conservatism is a philosophy based on our founding principles. If the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution are not a viable basis for building a movement, a party, and a nation, we are doomed. And that's exactly what the establishment, their operatives, and these politicians who say these things are telling us. And it's because they are incapable of articulating conservatism. They don't comprehend it. And if they do, they don't know how to communicate it in politically effective ways to the public. A public that has not been approached with our views in God knows how long. Conservatism is not what our opponents say it is. Conservatism isn't what most Republican leaders say. It is a big tent. It is the only antidote to tyranny. Conservatism is about a stable society. It's about the individual. It's about maximizing liberty in the context of a moral and ordered society. Conservatism is about an economic market system that produces more goods and services and technologies than any other model on earth. It is more generous, helpful, productive to average people, quote unquote, than any other model on earth. It is the most humane system than any other model on earth. Conservatism is the only philosophy that respects man's nature and seeks to nurture it and allow it to bloom. It is the other view that seeks to control, torment, abuse, and break the human spirit. We conservatives, we embrace the genius of John Locke and Edmund Burke and Adam Smith and the Founding Fathers. The other side, who do they embrace? Well, fundamentally, they embrace Hegel and Marx and the Fabians and the progressives. We believe in liberating the individual. They believe in controlling him. We believe in keeping what you earn. They believe in stealing it. We believe in American citizenship. They believe in global citizenship. We believe in American greatness. They believe in American arrogance. We believe in representative government. They believe in big government. We believe America liberates and protects the world's victims. They believe we're imperialists and colonialists. We believe in limited government. They believe in unfettered government. We believe the people are in control, and they believe in controlling the people. What do you mean we can't take our philosophy, our message to the blue states or the light blue states? What do you mean we can't take our case to every corner of this grand nation, from small towns to the inner cities? Have we tried? Is this nation worth fighting for or not? Is our liberty worth it or not? Do we cede large swaths of our own geography to those who promote a soft tyranny and claim that we, the people, are the extremists? And why should we? Because some political hacks go on TV and say so? Because the Washington noble class says so? I think not. Our forefathers have spilled their blood to establish this nation, to protect it, and to advance it. They've spilled it in hellholes throughout the world, in the mountains and valleys of Europe, in the jungles of Southeast Asia, in the deserts of Africa and the Middle East, and in hundreds of other places we've never heard of before. Americans spilled their blood at Yorktown and Gettysburg. Don't tell me we can't win an election in Delaware or California or anywhere else. If we try, if we set our mind to it, and if we lose, try again until we win. We have to have resolve. We must be relentless. We must support those who have stood up and decided to take on these forces, those forces who would enslave us through endless taxes and regulations and ridiculous criminal statutes. And lest we forget, we have it easy compared to our forefathers. And yet our task is more complicated. Because the people who seek to destroy our country are now doing so from within. The Tea Party movement is to be celebrated and embraced. It needs to grow. It needs to become more powerful. It is to be defended against the forces of a soft tyranny and those who are complacent. Don't fear it, applaud it. Because if it fails, this nation's glide path to the cliff's edge will be unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. We have been confronting a counter-revolution to the American Revolution. A counter-revolution to the American Revolution that rejects the limits placed on government by the Constitution, that rejects the notion of unalienable rights given to us by God Himself, that undermines representative government by creating these massive monuments to bureaucracy, which spit out regulations and laws, where with a single signature by a president, enormous amounts of land are suddenly nationalized and can't be used for any purpose. No, we've got our work cut out for us. The extremists are the people who we're focused on. The radicals are the people who we're focused on. We simply want to get back to a constitutional republic. We simply want the rule of law to be upheld. We simply want private property rights to be protected. We simply want our properties and our families left alone by a massive government that seeks to tell us what to eat, what kind of toilet we have in our bathroom, what kind of light bulb we're allowed to buy, what kind of an automobile we're allowed to drive, and on and on and on. And they claim they're moderates. They claim they're centrists when they reject limited government, when they throw away the Constitution. Well, let me tell you something. There's nothing moderate or centrist about it. You either believe in it or you don't. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin.